Hey you guys, I am just getting started here. I've got to do January tonight. Hey Gail, I'm doing well. How are you? I'm just gonna pull up some of the pictures that Patty sent today. Oh yeah, because we're working on January. Sorry, I got started a little bit later than usual tonight, but we're gonna do January with this sort of font. And then bring in some scarves, mittens, little snowflakes, stuff like that. So yeah, let's get started since it's already 9:15. Thanks, Maria. Yeah, it's gonna be pretty. I need to pull up my reference photo though so that I remember. All right, yeah, so I know she wanted that style of lettering, and I'll just do that while I wait for Patty to join, and then we can clarify any other details. But yeah, let's do our big J like that. I'm gonna have to darken this up. This marker is starting to struggle a little. All right, and then this Y comes all the way up. Yeah, we gotta darken this up. Thank you so much for the likes, Purple Yarn. Oh, Alex, no, this is still the one that we were working on before. I haven't opened any new journal slots. This is still Patty's journal. Not yet. My monitor, my baby monitor, suddenly started giving this weird feedback today. I don't know if you guys can hear it, but it's driving me crazy. So I'm going to turn the volume off and just put it where I can see it. Oh, Paige, I'm so sorry. I know I came on like about an hour later than usual, and all I've done is write January, so you didn't really miss anything. But yeah, we've got Patty sent this as an inspiration picture, especially for the font she wanted to replicate. So that's what we've got here. And then we're gonna do the mittens doodle. She also thought we could add in like a toque with a pom-pom, a scarf, and then some snowflakes and little like wintry doodles like that. December, yes, I can. So last night, yeah, we just did the December weekly spreads last night. I think this was a few nights ago, or was it even last week? Yeah, this would have been on Saturday, I guess. And then this was Saturday. And then last night we just did the weekly spreads for December. And then we started on, she wants like just a little single page title for 2026 right beside her January title. So we have like winter over here, fall, summer, and spring represented in our 4 different doodles. And then we're going to carry this winter theme over to January here and add in some other little wintry doodles as well. So I'm going to go ahead and start just drawing some mittens and kind of going according to the pictures that Patty sent earlier today. Yeah, and then we'll get into it. And Patty, whenever you are here, let me know so that we can chat specifics. This will be a scarf. Oh, this marker's drying out a little. We'll do a little purple toque, and all of these are going to have white gel pen on top of them as well. Just adding like little white gel pen designs to them. And then let's do another little toque over here. And then we chose this blue as well, so let's do another scarf coming out here. Oh, earmuffs, that's such a cute idea. Okay, let's put a set of earmuffs over here. Let's make them fluffy so they don't just look like they're like noise canceling. All right, and then I'm gonna add some little snowflakes in a couple of these colors. Hey, Patty. How's it going? I like just got on a few minutes ago and started doing a cover page with the inspiration photo that you sent for the font and everything. Added some snowflakes, some earmuffs, scarves, toque with a pom-pom. I haven't done the white gel pen doodles on top of anything yet, but that is up next. Hey, Kimmy. Oh, good. I'm glad you think so, Patty. I like this one too. I love the color palette, and just like these cozy but simple doodles are my favorite style for winter. Hey, Alex. All right, let me do some little dots with this color. No, Abby, this is still Patty's journal. We're just starting the new year. So we finished December and then it's just going straight into 2026. So not a new journal yet, just a new year. Oh, cool, Lynn. I'm from Saskatchewan, Canada too. Small world. All right, let's do some white gel pen. She's got 6 months in 2026, so we split it to be 6 in 2025 and 6 in 2026. So this journal will end in June. Southern Saskatchewan, Lynn. How about you? Little tiny town. Oh, Assiniboia. Okay, I'm not that south. My husband's got family around there, though. Small world. Yes, Paige. It just takes practice. All right, so Patty, coming up next, we'll do your goals page, and then beside that, we'll have that kind of extra page that you had asked for, the inspiration page. And so I know you sent a photo of like kind of post-it notes almost, or just like boxes. Is that kind of what you're thinking now, to go with boxes instead of just like an open page with a border? I'm going to start on your goals page, so no rush, but... Yeah, I like... The white gel pen is just one of my favorite beginner tools because literally like just draw some quick little blobs and then add something with white gel pen and it looks so much fancier, you know? So even if you feel like you don't, you know, necessarily have a ton of skill in the doodle department, white gel pen goes a long way in just dressing it up. Goals page. Oh, yes. So this is the jelly roll, the Sakura jelly roll in size 10. That's the only size I would consider from jelly roll. The other ones don't flow as well. Although the Uniball Signo, I would recommend on top, like ahead of this one. I just don't have a good functioning one at the moment. I've also had a lot of success with the Mr. Pen white gel pens, but I just find that all white gel pens, no matter what brand, seem to be so hit and miss for me. Like they can look like they're full of ink and then just not write well at all. So the one I've had the most success with is probably the Uniball Signo, then the Mr. Pen white gel pens, and then Jelly Roll is what I've got right now. But you can get like any of those options in like a bulk pack. And usually at least a few of them from the bulk pack will work pretty well for me. All right, let's put some boxes down. Yeah, no problem. Oh, fun, Robin. Yes, which colors did you get? I only have a few. I think I have 4, but I love, this is English Lavender. I love. And then, oh, what was the name of that light blue one that I used? I don't remember, but Fawn. I also love Fawn. And they've got a really good, like, kind of berry colored one that I don't remember the name of either. I think those are the only 4 that I have, but I love them. He's not allowed to have that one for bed. It's in the room right now. That's probably why he's asking for it. My brother is here for the evening. So that's why I was on late, because we were just chatting and he was just about to head home and he got a call and now he's trying to meet my toddler's endless stream of demands, asking, where would I find the Toronto Maple Leafs pillow? But it's like a giant, like, pillow, not a sleeping pillow. So he's just trying to take advantage of the uncle. Yes, powder blue. Okay, that's what I thought the name was, but I just blanked. Yeah, powder blue is such a good one. All right, Patty, are you here at the moment? Because I'm ready to move on to your inspiration page. So if you're here, chime in and let me know. And then I've got a couple questions for you. And if not, then I'm going to skip and do your dashboard and come back to the inspiration page. You're here. Okay. So you had mentioned a page titled Inspiration with matching doodles kind of around the border. Do you want boxes like this or do you want it more open-ended? And if you want boxes, do you want them to look like paper or do you want them just to be like, you know, kind of curved, some filled, some just empty, you know? Just let me know a little bit more if you have specific preferences, or we can vote, or I can just do whatever comes to mind. But just let me know what you were thinking there. Because yeah, we can do like more so like an open page where there's just kind of like a border of doodles, or we can do a heading at the top and then more structured boxes around the page. I know you want to write like gratitude and kind of just use it as a journaling space. So whatever would, anything like that. Okay, cool. Sounds good. Well, we can definitely do like that. No problem. Yeah, the paper look is always fun to do. So let's do that then. Let's just put, okay, so it's going to be titled Inspiration, which is a pretty long heading. So I'm going to write that in first. And then we'll do some boxes. We'll add some little wintry doodles and just kind of fill the space. So let's do, I'll go in with our same cursive font. Just hear him negotiating with his uncle up there. He's so funny. Good luck getting out of there unscathed, uncle. All right. So let me see. Do you have, sorry, last question before I actually start drawing. Patty, do you have an idea of how many boxes would be helpful? Ish? Like closer to 4 or 6 or closer to 10 or 12? I'm just not really sure exactly what you're thinking of using them for. Hey Mark, good evening. Four or 6 is good. Okay, cool. Then let me divvy up my page here. Or should I do them, maybe I should do them uneven and kind of like scatter them like on your example photo. Okay, I'm just gonna find the halfway point anyways in that, for that example. Whoops, I want centimeters. All right, halfway point is over there. So let's maybe put one right here. And there'll be kind of a mix of sizes. And let's do one right up at the top. I'm not totally sure what Patty wants to put in the boxes. I know maybe some gratitude or just like kind of some thoughts for the beginning of the year. I know some people do like word of the year type of thing. So maybe something like that. I'm not totally sure. Just whatever floats your boat. Yeah, that's the thing about bullet journaling that I love is like you can literally put anything in a bullet journal. You know, it's not like a planner where it just, you know, comes with some pre-made pages that are very generic. You can make like the most generic spreads or the most specific spreads. You know, like people will have like plant watering trackers or like pet care trackers or whatever. Like you can put anything that you need can be a bullet journal spread. Which is one of the biggest advantages of bullet journaling, in my opinion. Yes, I just barely started, Maria. I started a bit later than I normally do. So I just did the title page and then this spread that we're working on right here. So that was the title page for January. I kind of think I might add a border. How would you feel about that, Patty? Just like a black rounded corner border. But yeah, and then we hopped right into this spread, which is because we did a 2-page title, we can't put our goals page here, but we want to keep our spreads at the beginning of the month even so that all of our weeks line up properly. So she's adding this little inspiration spread for the beginning of the year. You like the border idea? Okay. I'm going to do it in the same thickness as this one so that it will kind of match. Thank you. I've got to add the white gel pen to this page. Just, it looks so bland and blank without it. And then I'm going to go add the border to our other page. hear what he's asking for. Just putting Uncle to work. Is he putting you to work?
No, he just keeps asking for the new pull-up.
Oh, yeah, no. That one's losing stuffing, so he can't have it in his crib.
Okay. Don't need to remind him that he can't have it, just leave it.
Whatever. Are you heading out now?
I think so, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, maybe just remind him that he can't have it, and then I'll take it from here. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem. Thanks for your supper, thanks for having me.
Yeah, for sure.
I'll see you. Let me know, yeah, if Ben's still not around tomorrow evening, then I'll come over again.
Okay. Sounds good. Thank you.
Yeah, anyway.
Mm-hmm. All right. Border. That's what I was going to do next. And because this border on this page is so like crisp and perfect, I'm going to use a ruler for this border too, even though I wouldn't normally. And I'll do the same thing as on this page where it kind of like does some dots and fades into a border, you know, like it kind of has like a little dashed border. I did 5 dashes and then went into the border, and then I'll come in and round the corners in a sec. Thank you so much, Marg. Okay, that definitely looks better. I'm glad we did the border, and it ties it in nicely with this side as well. Okay, so we've got 2026, January, goals, inspiration. Now let's do her dashboard spread. Yeah, I know, it was missing something before that, Maria, but I think the border was the right move. Let's do her dashboard spread. And I know that I have washi tapes that will match really nicely with this one, Patty, so don't let me forget to pick out some washi tape before we start on the weekly spreads, because I know we don't want to miss that. 2, 3, 4. Out of context, do you mean like to keep up with writing in a journal or to keep up making these journals? Because like this is a commission from someone, so I'm getting paid to do it. I have to finish it. Also, I like it, so I'm motivated. But do you mean like, you know, how do you keep yourself motivated to actually use your journal every day? Good, Patty. Don't let me forget. If there's something I'm doing that you're like, oh, Rylee, we talked about this, chime in. Don't let me off easy. I've bought 3 bullet journals. Oh, like with coming up with themes and stuff every month? That's a good question. How do you keep yourself motivated? For me, it's like if I don't have my bullet journal, I just feel so lost. I'm the type of person that I need to write down everything that comes to my mind, otherwise it will just get lost. Like all the weekly planning and oh, you followed of keeping up with your weekly and monthly planning spreads? Yeah, that's a good question. Like, yeah, for me, I'm just completely lost without a planner or bullet journal. So that's what motivates me to do it, is like I feel so scattered if I don't have it. like my weekly spread planned out and ready to go. But I don't know. I would say the biggest thing would just be to make sure that your journal is like actually serving you. You know, like don't put more things in your journal than you actually need, because feeling like you have to, you know, okay, if I'm going to journal, I need to fill out this and that and that. You know, and just making it into a bigger task than it needs to be is going to make you lose interest or lose motivation for it. You know, you want to make sure that you find the right balance of like filling it with things that you actually need and will use. Like for me, that's why I completely stopped using mood trackers and stopped using habit trackers, because I found that once I missed a day or two of that month, I would just completely neglect it. And then I would neglect the other parts of my journal too, the parts that I actually wanted to use. So I just cut off all of the extra things, like anything that I didn't actually feel was serving me well. I got rid of all those spreads, and now it's basically just daily planning. And that's what keeps me motivated, is because I need somewhere to plan my day. And that's the place. Sierra, can you do a flip through? I'll do a mini flip through. The yearly spreads look like this. We started in July. We've got this little beachy theme. This is what the July weeklies look like. I'm just going to kind of hit the title page and the weekly for each month. Here's the August little Dutch door rainbow title page. And this is what the weekly spreads look like. September is this little vintage theme. And this is what the weekly spreads look like. October is a Halloween theme. And this is what the weekly spreads look like. And then November is a fall wreath. And this is what the weekly spreads look like. And then December is a crafty little Christmas theme. And this is what the weekly spreads look like. Thank you, Jackie. Thank you very much. And now we're working on January. Oh yeah, I guess I didn't include that in the flip through. January, so we've got a little 2026 title over here representing all 4 seasons, and then carrying our winter doodle into January, which is what we're working on right now. All right, gratitude goes up here. Thanks, Mandy and Emma. Yeah, December was so fun. Nice little crafty theme. Oh yeah, no worries, out of context. TikTok is like that, hey? Just surprising you every day. Yes, I'll be adding more washi tape to this month for sure, May. That was one thing that Patty requested for January. Most of the supplies. So Jennifer, the most important supply is the journal itself, making sure you get one with nice thick pages so that your colors aren't like totally bleeding through. And then, so I recommend, sorry, I was trying to read a different comment at the same time. 160 GSM is what I use, and I wouldn't go any lower than that personally. That's the most important supply. Other than that, like, I started off with just Crayola Super Tips from Walmart. Get the 100 pack. It has like the best colors. If you want like very specific colors, I would kind of fill in the gaps with Tombow markers from Stationery Pal. Has pretty good prices for Tombow markers. And other than that, my collection is really just like pasted together from a bunch of different shops. But definitely just start off with a good journal. Get yourself a pack of markers from Walmart and a set of black pens, which you can also find at Walmart. And that's what I would start with. Okay, over here. Oh yeah, this month where's my black marker for that part? The gratitude is just meant to be like one thing every day that you're grateful, just to keep your heart in, you know, the right place, being grateful for things in life. Okay, this month that's what I'm trying to write here. Yeah, Robin, I can still do custom name pages for journal orders. For sure. Yeah, any journal, like just empty journal, because I don't have any full customs available right now, but any empty journal still gets, like, you get to choose your custom charms that you put on, and then I can also do a name page for you at the beginning where you can choose your theme, let me know what colors you like, and then, yes, Robin, that would honestly, as a mom, I would approve that Mother's Day gift. A Lilo and Stitch theme. You know what? I did have someone request a Lilo and Stitch theme one time, and I let myself off easy because I'm not great at drawing characters. So I used the font from Lilo and Stitch, and I did a lot of like Hawaiian like leaves, and then some of the like, you know, surfboards, some of the like key pieces like grass skirts, surfboards, but I avoided the characters. I'm not very good at drawing characters. But yes, I have done a Lilo and Stitch theme. In that way. Oh yeah, Jennifer, it totally gets easier with practice. Have you ever been on one of my lives before? Because basically the way we break it down in my lives is exactly what I would do just on my own. Especially if you're just starting out, we choose a theme. So starting off broad, like our theme was winter, then we search like winter doodles on Pinterest, choose kind of 2 or 3 simple doodles that we can repeat throughout the month. Then we'll find like a title page layout in a totally different theme. Could be like, you know, a cactus theme or something. And we'll take that layout, take those few winter doodles, and basically just arrange them in that way. You know, like that's how I would work through it, just like piece by piece. And it definitely gets easier. Like when I'm on my own time, I don't do any of that. I just hear winter, think of something in my head, and put it on the page. I don't measure, I don't go on Pinterest or anything. But that's how I would start anyways. Just kind of breaking it down the way that we do on lives to build a theme that's not like copying anything else, but definitely drawing inspiration from different layouts, different doodles, that kind of stuff. Yes, I have shells, bells. Just ask me to leave space for like collaging and stuff. All right, let's do little gloves down here in the corner for our brain dump. Oop. I want to go in with the fine end first. Okay, and now Patty, I don't think you had sent a specific weekly layout that you wanted for January. Is that correct? Do you want to just vote on a weekly layout altogether? Or is there one that you have in mind? Boxes with snow on top. Okay, there was one picture of yours, Patty, that wouldn't come through. So I'm thinking that must be it because I screenshotted all of your pictures and none of them that I could see were weekly spreads. Boxes with snow on top. Do you want to try to resend that to me or do you want me just to go find something on Pinterest that looks nice? Or now that we've been through 6 months, we could start like recycling the layout, but obviously applying a new theme. What do you think about that, Patty? Recycle the layout, but apply a new theme? Or do you want to just find that one that you were talking about? Okay, cool. Yeah, when I used to do custom journal orders, I only let people choose up to 3 different weekly spreads and then we just repeat them over and over. But now that we're doing it on live, that's one of the fun parts. So I'm like, do as many as you want. But I do like to I use the same weekly spread every week. So I feel like there's something to be said for just kind of sticking with one that you know you like. So let's do that then. We will go with that kind of more open-ended weekly layout that we had in July. Okay, I'll go check Patty. I'll just finish this spread. We're very close to being done here, and then I'll go check it. This is January, Kiki. For December, we did a Christmas theme with a bunch of craft paper. And for January, we're doing just kind of soft winter doodles. Oh, sorry. I'm off camera again. All right. Dashboard is done. Let me go on to Instagram here. And I realized one of my mini eggs from yesterday is still left. So I've got a treat coming. But let me go into Instagram, Patty, and see the photo that you sent. Take a look. See, oh yeah, this is what it was doing last time you sent this photo. Usually when I open it, it will open the actual pin. Sorry, I won't show everyone our whole conversation. But usually, now it's not doing it. Oh yeah. See, usually it will take me to the right pin, but for some reason that specific link that you're sending, Patty, is only taking me to the home page of Pinterest. Because like either one that I choose, it just takes me to the home page. Do you want to like screenshot it and send me a picture, Patty? And then I'll take a look. I'm going to go in and mark in the spacing. Since I know which weekly layout we're using, I'm just going to mark, all I need to mark really is the halfway horizontally for this weekly spread. And the rest is really just kind of go with the flow, measure with your heart kind of thing. So I'm going to just draw in the halfway point. Oh yeah, and I should check what day of the week are we, or what day of the month are we starting on? On the 5th. Okay, so we'll just do 4 weeks for January. This is 2, 3, and 4. Let me check. Yeah, Patty, just send me a screenshot when you have a chance. I'm going to start with the lettering since I know we'll use the same kind of carry through this more cursive looking sort of font. Oh, okay. I see it here. Oh, that's cute. Cool. Thank you, Patty. Okay, so this is what she sent with like the little snow on top of the boxes, which is very cute. Let me hop back into TikTok so that I can see y'all's comments. Flip through of December and what you... Oh yeah, hey Sydney. So here's December. This is the title page and our goals page. I love how the goals page turned out with the ornaments. And then we've got our dashboard here. And all of the weekly spreads look like this. And then for January, we did a 2026 title page with all 4 seasons, ending with winter, which is what we're carrying over to be our January theme. Goals, an extra page for the start of the year, and then her dashboard, and then we're starting off with this. Oh yeah, no worries. We're all tired. All right, so let's just letter in January in that fancy font that Patty likes. Yeah, that's the fun part of December. I agree, Sydney, where all the doodles done on the craft paper were in white and all the doodles then like transition to black for the white paper. So the July weekly spread that we're using here doesn't have boxes underneath the days. It's very like free flowing. But I know, Patty, in the picture that you sent, there was the little snowy caps and a box. Do you want that box for sure, or do you just want like the snowy cap part? Or do you not care? Let me know what you're thinking there. So yeah, we could do just like, and I know the one that you sent was all in black. We could bring in this really light blue and do the snowy caps like colored, you know? Something like that. Color in with very light blue and then no box underneath or box underneath. That's like super light. But you don't really care. Do you care if the snow capped boxes are outlined in black or in color? Maybe I would use the little bit darker end because that's like super light. Cat bug, it totally depends what kind of mistake. If it's something that like isn't detrimental to the journal, like just I did something I didn't mean to do, then I'll just leave it. But if it's something that needs to be fixed, if it's small, I'll cover it up with white gel pen. If it's big, I'll try to turn it into something different, or I'll cover it up with like a sticker, washi tape, or even just cut out some bullet journal paper and paste it on. I know that question is, I get that question at least once a day, usually more. All right, Patty, do you care black outline versus color? Whatever? Okay, cool. I'm definitely more of a color, going in with color first kind of gal, so maybe that's what I'll do. Let me just take one more look at your example photo. Okay. I think maybe let's go in with colored using this really light blue for the snow caps, and then we can see if we want to add boxes, kind of cycling through our key colors. Okay, why can't I get back to TikTok? Okay, there we are. So let me just double check. How did we lay this out here? We had Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday on its own, Thursday, Friday, weekend. Cool. I'm going to need to revisit that, I'm sure, but let's just start with Monday and Tuesday. And then Wednesday was down over here so that there's room for a doodle below January. And then, okay, Thursday was right up at the top. Okay, wait. Gotta check July one more time. Okay, yeah, we did have some doodles under here, so then I don't want this one too low down. Oh, you guys, my husband's flight was delayed. He was supposed to land around 10 tonight, which would hopefully mean he would be home around like 11 or 11:30. But his flight to Toronto was delayed, so then he missed his connection to here. And he has to stay overnight in Toronto. We were so close to getting him home, and now it's a whole nother... I mean, he doesn't know yet when he'll be able to get a flight from Toronto, but now they like want to reroute him to Vancouver and then to Saskatchewan, which, I mean, flights never really make sense. You know, they'll send you like off in one direction even when you're meant to go the other direction, but whatever. I'm just hoping that he can get back like early in the day tomorrow and not like tomorrow night and have another full day. Sydney, oh, love how often. Oh, nice. Do you mean a second journal? Did I miss a comment of yours? That's a great idea. I used to do that too. I had like a journal from the dollar store that I would sketch, like practice my ideas in. Because I don't like sketching things out in pencil. I don't know. It looks nothing like what I want it to look like when I do it in pencil. And then you have to erase all the lines and it just looks kind of messy to me sometimes after I erase. But so I always would do my original draft in my little dollar store journal before I would actually do it in my own journal. Nice. Okay, what did I do? I'm trying to remember. Oh yeah, up at the top and then down there. Not that the layout needs to be exactly the same every time, but nice to have a guideline. Oh yeah, no worries, Patty. We'll add washi tape. Yeah, totally, Sydney. Yes, this weekly spread has lots of just like kind of empty areas to fill with doodles. So we'll fill with some doodles, some washi. Hey, Chelsea. No worries. I got started pretty late tonight. Yeah, my brother who lives around here, he's been gone for the whole last 2 weeks, which is exactly when my husband has been away. I would have had him help me a lot if he were here, but anyways, because he just finished college and was between college and work, so he quickly went to visit my other brother in BC for a while, and my parents in Manitoba. So anyways, he just got back yesterday, and so he was here for the evening, and so I got off to a late start. He didn't stay for the whole evening, but got off to a late start, but we're here. Oh, it was Chelsea. He missed his flight. Like, so there's bad weather going from Nova Scotia to Toronto, so they delayed that one by like an hour and a half, and he only had 45 minutes to get onto his connection, and so he missed his connecting flight. So now he's in Toronto overnight, and not sure yet what tomorrow will look like. But yeah, hopefully he gets home at a decent hour. I'd love it if he got home at like noon or earlier, but I feel like that's probably wishful thinking. I know, such a bummer. But yeah, at this point, it's like, you know, I've already done 9 days. I know I can do another one. If it's like, if the weather is actually a risk, like, then keep him grounded. I'd rather just have him get home a couple hours or days or whatever late, you know? It is 10:15 where I'm at.